The Second World War left the planet in ruins. Entire cities were reduced to rubble, millions were dead, and the world was forced to confront the darkest chapter in human history. Among the ruins of Europe, the Allies discovered evidence of unspeakable crimes. Concentration camps like Auschwitz and Dachau, where the sheer scale of human suffering shocked the conscience of humanity. In 1945, a decision was made that would forever change the way the world viewed justice. Rather than simply punishing Germany as a defeated nation, the Allied powers, the United States, Britain, France, and the Soviet Union, created an unprecedented legal body, the International Military Tribunal, based in the city of Nuremberg. Its mission was simple in purpose but revolutionary in practice: to put individuals, not just nations, on trial for war crimes and crimes against humanity. For the first time, generals, ministers, and party leaders were summoned before the world to answer for their deeds. Among them were figures like Hermann Göring, Rudolf Hess, and Joachim von Ribbentrop. The message was clear: power and position would not shield anyone from accountability. One of the most striking voices at Nuremberg was U.S. Supreme Court Justice Robert H. Jackson, serving as the chief prosecutor. In his opening statement, he declared, "The wrongs which we seek to condemn and punish have been so calculated, so malignant, and so devastating that civilization cannot tolerate their being ignored, because it cannot survive their being repeated." His words echoed far beyond the courtroom, capturing the moral weight of the trials. The proceedings laid down principles that would shape international law for decades. Crimes against peace, war crimes, and crimes against humanity were defined with clarity. The so-called Nuremberg Principles established that individuals could not hide behind orders or official titles. In other words, just following orders was no longer a defense. But not everyone saw Nuremberg as a triumph. Critics called it victor's justice, pointing out that the Allies acted as both prosecutors and judges. Others questioned whether it was fair to charge people with crimes that had never before been spelled out in international law. Yet despite the controversies, the trial set a precedent the world could not ignore. In the end, of the 22 major Nazi leaders tried at Nuremberg, 12 were sentenced to death, 3 were acquitted, and the rest received prison terms. But the legacy of the trials went far beyond these verdicts. Nuremberg gave us the idea that justice is not just for the victors, it is for humanity. It inspired the creation of later courts, like those for Rwanda and the former Yugoslavia, and even the International Criminal Court in The Hague. It also reinforced a powerful truth: that the rule of law must reach the highest levels of power, even in times of war. Today, when we talk about crimes against humanity, or war crimes, we are echoing concepts born in that courtroom in 1945. The Nuremberg trials were not perfect, but they were a turning point. They proved that even in the aftermath of global devastation, the world could choose justice over revenge. And in doing so, they left us with a legacy that still defines how we think about war, justice, and humanity itself.